Hello everyone, welcome you to the 13th lecture of Applied Thermodynamics subject. Today's topic is nomenclature for refrigerants. So here are the nomenclature or you can say the designation system for the various refrigerants. So it is very difficult to remember and express the large number of chemical formulas and their derivatives. Also it is very difficult to remember. So you can see the large number of chemical formulas and also their derivatives. So thus Thomas Migle, a junior, and the Charles Kettering, which carried the pioneer work of synthesizing series of chlorofluorocarbons, or you can say CFCs, and introduce a simple, convenient notation method to designate the refrigerant, which was also adopted by the ASHRAE. And here the first of all the refrigerants are internationally designated as R. So in the symbol they are first written as the R, and then the various numbers which can written, followed by the certain numbers such as R11, R12, R114, etc. So here the first of all the refrigerants are internationally designated by the symbol R at the initial. It means that R indicates for the refrigerant, and here are the various numbers. So a refrigerant followed by the two-digit number indicates that a refrigerant is derived from the methane base. So if you can see the refrigerant which is followed by the two-digit number, so here you can see it is followed by the two-digit number. So it means that a refrigerant is derived from the methane base, while the three-digit number represents it is on the basis of ethane. So here you can see there are three number of digits. It means that its base is of the ethane base, and also the numbers assigned to each refrigerant have a special meaning. So now how can we do this? So first of all the general chemical formula of the refrigerant either for the methane or the ethane base is given as a C small m, H small n, a Cl a suffix P, F suffix Q. So CmHn a Clp into Fq, in which N plus P plus Q is equal to a 2m plus 2, in which m indicates that it is the number of carbon atoms, and here you can see N, which indicates that a number of the hydrogen atoms, and P indicates the number of the chlorine atoms, and Q, which indicate the number of fluorine atoms. So here you can see M, N, P, and Q. So here first of all M indicates the number of atoms of, we can say the number of the carbon atoms, N which indicates the number of hydrogen atoms, P indicates the number of fluorine atoms, and Q indicate the number of fluorine atoms, in which that here you can see N plus P plus Q is equal to 2m plus 2. So if you have the value of P, Q and M, or you can say N, P and Q, then easily you can find the value of M, which is the number of carbon atoms. So if it is given that the number of you can say the hydrogen and as well as the fluorine as well as the fluorine atoms, then you can easily find the value of the M, or you can say the value of the number of carbon atoms by using this formula. So here now the number of the refrigerant is given by R into M minus 1 into N plus 1 into Q. So here you can see the number of the refrigerant which is given by this standard equation, R into M minus 1 into N plus 1 into Q. So here are the some of the examples. Here is the first example. There let us consider the following refrigerants to find its chemical formula and the numbers. So first one is the dichloro methane, so CCl2F2. So if you want to find out the value of CCl2F2 in the form of R, then how can we find? So first of all we have to find out the value of P, Q, N and M. So here first of all what was the P? So here you can see the P was the number of the chlorine atoms. So here in the case you can see the number of chlorine atoms is 2. So here you can see the value of P, which is placed as 2. So now the Q is the number of the fluorine atoms. So in this case you can see the number of fluorine atoms is 2. So here also the value of Q, which becomes 2. And here in this case small n, which indicates the number of hydrogen atoms. So here you can see you cannot see the amount of hydrogen atoms. It means that the value of small n is equal to 0, as there is no hydrogen atom which is present in this CCl2F2. So value of n becomes 0. Now we know that we have the formula to find out the value of the number of the carbon atoms. So here we have to add the values of n, p and q so that we can find the value of small m. So here by placing the small value of n is 0, value of p as 2 and value of q as 2 is equal to 2m plus 2. So here you can see 0 plus 4 is equal to 2m plus 2, or further simplifying we can find that the value of small m is equal to 1. It means that it have the only one carbon atom inside it in the case of CCl2F2. It means the dichloro-difluoromethane. So now how can we write this? So here you can see we have the formula of Rm minus 1 n plus 1 into Q. So in our case we have here first of all we have to place the value of R as it is and into m minus 1. So here you can see the value of m is 1. So here you can see 1 minus 1. For the simplifying it becomes 0, and here a small n plus 1. So in our case the value of small n is 0. So 0 plus 1 into Q. So we have the value of Q as 2. So here also we mention 2. So we can also write R dash 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. 0 plus 1 is equal to 1 into 2. So we can also write this as R12 or R12. So it means that we can also write it as CCl2F2 as R12. Here you can see thus the further chemical formula for the dichloro-difluoromethane becomes CCl2F2, and the number of the refrigerant which becomes R1 minus 1 into 0 plus 1 into 2. So here we can also write R dash 012, or you can say R12. So here you can see R12, which indicates the dichloro-difluoromethane. Here is the second example, which is the dichlorotetrafluoroethane. So here you can see dichlorotetrafluoroethane. So if you want to find out the number of carbon atoms, then first of all we have to find out the value of number of fluorine atoms, which is given by the small p. So here you can see the number of fluorine atoms is 2. So place the value as 2. So next thing, the number of fluorine atoms, which is given by symbol small q. So in our case the value of fluorine atoms is 4. And here the number of hydrogen atoms, so you cannot find any value of hydrogen atoms. So here you can see the value of n becomes 0. And further solving, if you want to find out the value of a number of carbon atoms, then you have to follow this formula that n plus p plus q is equal to 2m plus 2. So we have the value of n, p and q. So just placing these three value, so 0, 2 and 4 is equal to 2m plus 2. Here you can see 2 and 2 gets cancelled out, and here you can see the value of m becomes 4 upon 2. It means that the value of m becomes 2. It means that in the case of a dichlorotetrafluoroethane, the value of a number of carbon atoms is 2. So in this case also, if you want to find out the value of, or you can say in the case of R, how can we write this as CCl2F4 in the case of R? So here first of all, here is the formula R into m minus 1. So R into m minus 1. So here you can see thus the chemical formula for the dichlorotetrafluoroethane becomes C2Cl2F4, and the number of the refrigerant which becomes R into 2 minus 1. 0 plus 1 into 4. So here you can see, first of all, it is m minus 1, then n plus 1, m minus 1, then n plus 1, n into q. So here you can see the value of m in our case is 2. So you can see 2 minus 1. Value of n in our case is 0. So here place 0. So 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. And here the value of q is 4 in our case. So place the value of q is 4. So here you can also write r 2 minus 1 means 1. 0 plus 1 it means 1 and 4 as it is. So we can also write this as R114. So here in this case dichlorotetrachloroethane, which is also written as R114. And also in the case of inorganic refrigerants are designated by adding the 700 to the molecular mass of the compound. So in the case of inorganic refrigerants, they are designated by the adding 700 to their molecular mass of the compound. So for an example, the molecular mass of the ammonia is say 1717. So therefore it is designated by the R place as it is, n into 700 plus 17, it means that it is written as the R717, where here you can see 17 is the molecular mass of ammonia. So just we have to add the value of 700 into it. So for that we can write, for the ammonia it is written as R717. And here are the various desirable properties of the refrigerant, that it has the low boiling and freezing point, and it also have the high critical pressure and temperature, and it also has the high latent heat of vaporization. It means that it can do the heat interaction without changes its temperature. Or you can see that within the help of this phase change we can get the maximum amount of heat, or you can say heat interaction can be done. We can say without temperature interaction. For that the high latent heat of vaporization is required in the case of refrigerant. And also the low specific heat of liquid and as well as the high specific heat for vapor phase for the same refrigerant. So if you use the refrigerant, then it must have the low specific heat in its liquid phase and having the high specific heat of vapor in its vapor phase. And also it has the low specific volume of vapor, so we can reduce the size of the various components. So here also it has the high thermal conductivity, so that it can you can see the more heat interaction which can be possible. And also it must have the non corrosive to metal, so you can say that there will be no effect of corrosion inside the various parts, or you can say inside the copper tubes and so on. And also it must be non-flammable and non-explosive. And also it was, or you can say it must be non-toxic, and it also has the low cost, means that it must be cheaper. And here you can see the easily and regularly available, so it should be easily and regularly available, so we can use it properly. And here you can see the easy to liquefy at the moderate pressure and temperature. So at the moderate pressure and at temperature it must be easily liquefied. And here also easy to locating leaks by the odor, or you can say the suitable indicator. So when you are using refrigerant, so from the odor you can smell it, or you can say there will be a chance of leakage must be avoided if it have some odor. And here also it must be mixes well with oil in the case of the you can say reciprocating compressor, or you can say the sealing oil. And it also has the high coefficient of performance, or you can say the value of COP is high. And also it must be ozone friendly, or it should be ozone friendly. So these all are the desirable properties of a refrigerant. And here are some questions for you. Explain nomenclature of designation system for the refrigerants with examples, and also explain the desirable properties of a refrigerant. You have to solve both these questions and send it to Google Classroom.